Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about one important question from the quantization noise power calculation. Okay, it's a May 2018 question and 13 mark question. Okay, so already we discussed the three problems related with this quantization noise power. Okay, this is the fourth problem. So you see the question, the output signal of A to D converter is passed through a first order low pass filter with a transfer function is given by the h of z is equal to 1 minus a z divided by z minus a, where the constant a lies between 0 to 1. Okay, the value of this a is 0 to 1. Find the steady state output noise power due to quantization at the output of the digital filter. Okay, so before that, in previous three videos, we measured the quantization noise power at the input and output of the digital filter. So in that problem, the h of z value is given in one problem. In one problem, the difference equation of the digital filter is given. In third problem, the diagram, okay, the signal flow diagram of the digital filter is given. From the diagram, we written that that is first we have to calculate the difference equation, then by taking the z transform we calculated the h of z, then proceeded. Okay, so here in this problem the transfer function of digital filter is directly given. Okay, and the another one thing is here the constant a, okay, here the value is, the constant value is not mentioned, the value of this constant a in between 0 to 1. Okay, so for this digital filter, we are going to measure the output quantization noise power. Okay. So first one, the output of A to D converter. Okay, you just assume this is the A to D converter. So for A to D converter, we are giving some analog input signal. So that analog input signal, it can be converted by the digital output by A to D converter. The output of this A to D converter is given as a input to one low pass filter. Okay, this is our low pass filter. This low pass filter transfer function is given. This low pass filter is a digital low pass filter, and transfer function of this low pass filter is given as a h of z is equal to 1 minus a z by z minus a. Okay, so in this filter design, so this filter it performs the quantization. Okay, so because of that quantization we are getting some error in the output of this filter. That output noise power we are going to measure. Okay, it is our question. So in the output of this digital filter, what is the steady state output noise power due to the quantization effect? We are going to find out. Okay. So already you know the steady state output noise power, or the output power at the output of this digital filter is calculated using the formula sigma E O squared. Okay. The sigma E O squared is nothing but the quantization noise power measured at the output of the digital filter. So the sigma E O squared is equal to sigma E squared into 1 by 2 pi j integration over closed contour h of z, h of z inverse into dz. Okay, so where the sigma E squared is nothing but the input quantization noise power. That is the noise power available at the input to this digital filter. Okay, so in input, what is the noise power available? It is call it as a sigma E squared. And except this sigma E squared, this 1 by 2 pi j integration over this. Okay, this is calculated using the residue theorem. So this will be calculated using the formula summation I equal to 1 to n residue of h of z inverse into z inverse at z is equal to pi, where pi is a poles inside the unit circle, that is the pole value less than 1. So for that poles we have to calculate the residue, and we have to add all residue, and we have to multiply it with input quantization noise power, means that is the output quantization noise power or steady state output noise power. Okay, and so now we are going to find sigma E squared as well as this residue value. So here the sigma E squared. So the input quantization noise power, the sigma E squared formula already you know. The sigma E squared is equal to Q squared divided by 12. Okay, so here The quantization step size, where Q, what is Q? Q is nothing but a quantization step size. So here the quantization step size Q is nothing but, you know the formula, Q is equal to R divided by 2 to the power B. Okay, where R is nothing but the range of input signal applied to that particular filter. So here you see for this A to D converter, so here any range is given? No. Similarly, the quantization, that is a bits, number of bits used to perform the quantization is also not given. Okay, so that's why you just assume it as the bit size is B, and the range of value is also, you just take it as a R, or assume R equal to 1. So if you are assuming R equal to 1, so the Q value equal to 1 divided by 2 to the power B. So 2 to the power B we can written as a 2 to the power minus B. Okay, then this quantization value, quantization step size, you substitute in this sigma E squared. So sigma E squared is equal to 2 to the power minus B the whole square divided by 12. So 2 to the power minus B the whole square, it is nothing but 2 to the power minus 2B divided by 12. Okay, so the input quantization noise is calculated. Okay, here B value is not given. So that's why as it is in terms of B, you take this sigma E squared value. Okay, then after calculating sigma E squared, we have to find out this residue. Okay, so in order to find out the residue, first we have to find the answer for this transfer function h of z inverse into z inverse. Okay, so here in our problem, the h of z is given us. Okay, what is the system function or transfer function? H of z equal to 1 minus a z divided by z minus a. So you take this h of z, then h of z inverse we have to find out. What is h of z inverse? In h of z equation, wherever the variable z is available, you just replace it with z inverse. Okay, so h of z inverse equal to 1 minus a. Here z is available, so instead of z, you substitute z inverse divided by here one z is available, instead of z inverse. So h of z inverse equal to 1 minus a z inverse by z inverse minus a. Okay, then we have to multiply this three term, h of z inverse into z inverse. So you write h of z inverse into z inverse. So here the product of z inverse equal to 1. Okay, then in numerator you see 1 minus a the whole square. Okay, so 1 minus a the whole square, and divided by z minus a into z inverse minus a. Okay, so here not, this is not okay, here that is h of z inverse into z inverse. Okay, so once again here one z inverse I missed to write. So here, so this z and this z inverse cancelled, so then finally you can get 1 minus a the whole square into z inverse by z minus a into z inverse minus a. Okay, so the product, total product we calculated. So for this total transfer function, we have to find the poles. Okay, so you see there are two terms available in the denominator. For the first term, what is the pole? So the for this first term, the pole z is equal to a. Okay, similarly in second term, okay, so you see the second term, in the second term you just from the second term you just take z inverse outside. So if you are taking z inverse outside, you can write it as a 1 minus a z. Okay, 1 minus a z. So this z inverse and this numerator z inverse cancelled. So finally 1 minus a the whole square divided by z minus a into, instead of this, 1 minus a z. Okay, so for z minus a, the pole value is z equal to a. For the second term 1 minus a z, what is the pole? That pole value z is equal to 1 divided by a. Okay, so out of this two pole, we have to calculate which pole is located inside the unit circle. So here you see the first pole value is a, the second pole value is 1 by a. So in our problem, the a value is mentioned. Okay, so in our problem, the a value is mentioned in between 0 to 1. Okay, so for example, you take a as a some 0.5 or 0.7, 0.9, anything. So a value is in between 0 to 1 means the first pole. So this first pole Z equal to A. This pole P1 is located inside the unit circle since the pole 1 value is less than 1. But here you see the second pole. The second pole P2 equal to 1 by A. Okay, so 1 divided by A. Here A value is less than 1. So 1 divided by some less than 1. For example, A is 0.5 means 1 by 0.5 it is 2. Similarly, 1 divided by 0.9 means it is also greater than 1. Okay, so that's why the second pole is greater than 1. So out of this pole 1 and pole 2, which pole is located inside the unit circle? The first pole only. Okay, so that's why Z equal to A. This pole lies inside the unit circle since A value between 0 to 1. The second pole value is greater than 1. So that's why no need to calculate residue for the second pole. We have to calculate the residue for this first pole. Okay. So that's why therefore the residue due to the pole, first pole Z equal to A is given by, so residue of H of Z inverse into Z inverse at Z is equal to A is calculated by, so already you know the method in order to find out the residue. That is what is the term corresponding to Z equal to A? Z minus A. Okay, that Z minus A multiplied with the total function. What is the total function? This one, H of Z inverse into Z inverse. So what is the answer for this total function H of Z inverse into Z inverse? This is the thing. Okay, so you see 1 minus A squared Z inverse by Z minus A Z inverse minus A. So you see, okay, you just write. So Z minus A into the total function, this total function, okay, H of Z inverse into Z inverse at Z is equal to the first pole A. Okay, so here Z minus A cancel. Then wherever the Z is available, instead of Z, you just substitute A. Okay, so if you are substituting, you can get 1 minus A the whole square divided by 1 minus A squared. So this is the residue value. Okay. So after calculating residue value, so finally we have to find the steady state output noise power. Okay, that is noise power available at the output of the digital filter. So sigma E O squared is equal to sigma E squared into residue of this. Okay, so sigma E squared already we calculated. So 2 to the power minus 2b divided by 12. You just substitute here. And what is the value of this residue? This residue is calculated as 1 minus A the whole square divided by 1 minus A square. Okay. So you can write this 1 minus A the whole square. It is nothing but 1 minus A into 1 minus A. This 1 minus A squared can be write it as 1 minus A, 1 plus A. Okay. So 1 minus A cancelled. So finally you can get 1 minus A divided by 1 plus A. Okay, so the sigma E squared value, this is the thing. Okay, so instead of the sigma E squared, you substitute 2 to the power minus 2b divided by 12 into 1 minus A divided by 1 plus A. Okay, so here the A value is not given in our problem. If A value given means we can get some finite answer. Okay, so this is the steady state output noise power produced at the output of the digital filter. Okay, so this is a May 2018 question, 13 mark question asked. Okay, this is the 13 mark question from this quantization noise power. Okay, so already we solved the 3 problem. This is the 4th problem. So 4 problem we solved from the quantization noise power. So in this 4 problem, the 3 problems are university questions. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel and please subscribe my channel for more videos. If you want to learn all videos related with this subject, digital signal processing or discrete time signal processing, in our channel in the name of DSP and DTSP, there is a playlist is there. In that playlist, all videos are available in order. You can use it. Okay, so I will give link for that playlist in the description box. You can refer it. Okay, so thank you. We will meet in the next video.